The 1970s were not easy years. The Arab oil embargo hit in 1973, and gas prices doubled overnight. Inflation ran at double digits for most of the decade. Beef prices spiked so badly that housewives organized a national boycott and walked out of supermarkets across the country. The average American family was bringing home about $11,000 a year. Mothers learned to stretch. They learned to substitute. They learned that a can of Campbell's soup was not a shortcut. It was a solution. And women were entering the workforce in record numbers, which meant meals that could be assembled in 30 minutes after a full day at the office. These 6 meals are not accidents of taste. They are the direct result of who Americans were in that decade. How hard they worked, how little they had, and how much they managed to put on the table anyway. Number 5 on this list was on the table every single Wednesday. Not sometimes, every Wednesday. Number 3 was the dish your mother made when company was coming. And number 1 is the one nobody will admit they miss, but they do. If this sounds like your family's story, hit subscribe before we start. This channel is about remembering the real America that built the one we live in now. Number 1. Tuna noodle casserole. Wednesday. It was always Wednesday. A can of tuna, egg noodles, 1 can of Campbell's cream of mushroom soup straight from the can, frozen peas, crushed Ritz crackers on top. Into a 375-degree oven for 25 minutes. The whole thing cost about $1.10 in 1974 and fed 5 people. What it smelled like coming out of that oven cannot be fully explained to someone who wasn't there. The crackers toasted dark at the edges. The cream sauce bubbled through the cracks. The kitchen filled with something warm and specific, not fancy, just the smell of your house on a Wednesday evening when everything was still where it was supposed to be. A meal nobody complained about was a small miracle. Food culture moved on, casseroles became unfashionable, and Wednesday lost its smell. But the next meal didn't disappear because of fashion. It disappeared because the week had a different shape back then. And that shape is gone. Number 2. Beef stroganoff. Ground beef, a can of cream of mushroom soup, a container of sour cream. Brown the beef with onion, add the soup, add the sour cream, pour over egg noodles. 30 minutes, $1.50 in 1971. Mothers pulled this out on Friday evenings. It meant the week was over. It meant everyone was home. The egg noodles held the sauce the way good noodles do, each one coated, carrying its own portion of that sour cream gravy. When the food industry started selling convenience meals in the 1980s, home cooking like this became something to escape from. Stoufers required opening a box. The country chose the box, and Friday evenings lost something that couldn't be put back in one. What comes next was never about a day of the week, it was about one specific person. And if you're watching this, you know exactly who. Number 3. Deviled eggs. There was not a single church picnic, family reunion, 4th of July, or Easter dinner in America between 1955 and 1985 that did not have a deviled egg plate on the table. Not one. Hard-boiled eggs, halved. Yolks mixed with mayonnaise, yellow mustard, pickle juice, salt, and white pepper. Paprika on top, always paprika, the color of old brick. A dozen eggs cost 78 cents in 1973. Your grandmother's ratio of mayonnaise to mustard was not written down because it did not need to be. It lived in her hands. She could make 4 dozen in the time it took you to set the table. Somewhere in the 1990s, deviled eggs became retro, then ironic, then $8 for 3 halves at a young restaurant. The grandmothers who had been making them for 40 years were not consulted. Here is where this list changes direction. The first 3 meals disappeared because food culture moved on. What comes next disappeared differently because the people who wanted them are no longer at the table to ask for them. Number 4. Pork chops with applesauce. Sunday. The whole point of Sunday was this meal. Thick cut pork chops, bone in, salt and pepper, cast iron skillet, 4 minutes per side until deep brown, then into the oven to finish. Applesauce on the side. The tartness of the apple against the richness of the pork was not an accident. Someone figured that out long ago, and the knowledge passed forward without anyone writing it down. Pork chops cost 89 cents a pound in 1976. Sunday dinner for 4 ran under $3. Sunday dinner was not just a meal, it was the reason the week had a shape. The pork chops are easy enough to replicate, the Sunday is harder. The next meal had nothing to do with Sunday. It had everything to do with the man who sat at the head of that table and where he had been before he came home. Number 5. Creamed chipped beef on toast. Every man who served in the military between 1940 and 1975 knows this dish by a name that cannot be repeated here. Dried beef from a small glass jar, 35 cents in the mid-1970s, torn into strips and stirred into a white sauce of butter, flour and milk, poured over white toast. In the 1970s, the men who had served in Korea and World War II were in their 40s and 50s. They were the fathers at those Sunday tables. They asked for this on Saturday mornings and ate it without irony, because it was simply a thing they had always eaten. When those men were gone, nobody asked for it anymore. It disappeared not because it stopped working, but because the people who wanted it were no longer at the table. The last meal also disappeared when the people who made it were gone, but this time a corporation helped. Number 6. Chocolate icebox cake. No baking, no flour, no skill required. Nabisco. Famous chocolate wafers, whipped cream, and one night in the refrigerator. You built it wafer by wafer, spread the cream, placed the next one. Children helped because there was nothing to ruin. By morning it sliced like a layer cake. 69 cents for the box in 1977. The recipe was on the back. Nabisco discontinued the famous chocolate wafers in 2023. Not because of poor sales, because of a supply chain decision. Thousands signed petitions. None of it mattered. That is how these things end. Not with a villain, just a supply chain adjustment and a family tradition that has nowhere left to go. 6 meals, 6 different ways that a kitchen in the 1970s said, "Everyone is home, sit down. Now I want to hear from you." Which of these was on your family's table? And what didn't make this list? What meal from your mother's or grandmother's kitchen is sitting in your memory right now that nobody talks about anymore? Put it in the comments. The name of the dish. One detail, the smell, the day of the week, who made it. Don't let it disappear from memory the way it disappeared from the table. Subscribe, because the America you remember deserves to be remembered.